Last week, police in New York City charged a man who allegedly murdered an Asian American woman in her own apartment. 35-year-old Christina Yuna Lee was reportedly followed to her Chinatown home by the suspect. Prosecutors say she was found with 40 stab wounds. This comes as a draft report from California State University in San Bernardino shows the number of anti-Asian hate crimes in 16 major cities rose by 342% in 2021. That's compared to an increase of 124% between 2019 and 2020. Preliminary data also shows San Francisco and New York have experienced the largest increase in AAPI attacks. For more, I want to bring in Amanda Nguyen. She is the founder and CEO of RISE, a nonprofit organization that fights for the civil rights of sexual violence survivors. Amanda was also a nominee for the Nobel Peace Prize in 2019. Hi there, Amanda. It's really good to talk to you. You and I have spoken many times before about this issue of AAPI hate, and you've been working with a number of large corporations and organizations, including Nike and Uber, to try to increase the recognition of the AAPI community through your visibility pledge. What exactly is that? How does it work?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me again today. And here we are again today discussing things that are very painful. I want to acknowledge that there are so many in the AAPI community right now that are struggling, especially AAPI women. And I want to bring some context to some of the stats that you had just said. 78% of Asian American women have experienced hate in the past 2 years, according to Stop AAPI Hate. And according to AAPI Women Lead, 60% of AAPI women are survivors of sexual violence or domestic assault. And so with this in mind, what we are saying for the Visibility Pledge is that our stories deserve to be heard too. And we're grateful to partner with these corporations and also to uplift the stories of AAPIs, because at the center of this is empathy.
You know, there's been a lot of discussion about how to talk about racism and discrimination in America's classrooms. And you've also started this petition to make Asian and Pacific Islander history a part of the American curriculum. What is your plan to move forward with this once you receive the proper amount of signatures?
Absolutely. We've seen recent wins in the past couple of months, New Jersey, Illinois, that our education, our history matters. It's hard for people to empathize when they don't know our stories. And the goal here is to combat xenophobia, combat racism by humanizing the AAPI community. One way for this is for our history and our stories to be told, and that is through education. We want to pass this in all 50 states.
And so let me ask you about something that California is doing. Last week, California state lawmakers introduced 2 bills sponsored by Stop AAPI Hate aimed at combating anti-Asian harassment and violence against women and other vulnerable groups in public places. What's your take on this approach politically to trying to combat AAPI violence? Do you think it's enough?
Well, certainly it's a great first step. And the key here are that both of these bills focus on a non-carceral approach. They're about studies, they're about education. And what is key here is listening to the community. What do they want? So many people don't want more police officers on the street. What they want is education, these studies to be done, and for our voices to be heard.
You know, I did a story recently where I spoke to a woman in Chinatown who was an Asian American senior, woman in her 70s, born and raised in New York City. And she told me that she was really afraid for the first time, really, to walk down the streets of this city that she had grown up to love and, you know, had really felt safe in before, but was taking a self-defense class. And in fact, felt like she had no other choice but to do so because she did not feel safe. 2 years into the pandemic, when we know there was that uptick at the start of the pandemic with these anti-Asian hate incidents, what do you think has really changed, Amanda, with respect to the way in which AAPIs are perceived across the country? Do you think that there has been some progress with respect to, you know, understanding what it is that Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are going through at times?
We are in a moment of reckoning right now. And I think we are seeing that people are starting to realize the light within themselves, that their voices matter. We are seeing AAPIs share their stories, share the pain that they held within them for so long. And I think we are progressing, even though there are more stories like this that are being reported, more crimes. I think that's a good thing because before they weren't being reported. And so to anyone that's listening right now, I want to implore you that we in the community need your help, and that the opposite of love isn't hate, it's apathy. Please either sign the petition or diversify your social media feed or read up about our history, because you absolutely have the ability to make change around you, especially for the AAPI community.
And finally, I just want to ask sort of a big question, but what else would you like to see done, Amanda, to try and stop these attacks on the AAPI community from worsening here in the U.S.?
I want people to understand that there are harmful stereotypes towards the AAPI community, whether that be yellow fever, and that intersection of race and gender is really critical here, or the perpetual foreigner stereotype, or the model minority myth. All of these things do weigh on the AAPI community. So if you have time, please educate yourself about it and know that we need you, and we are standing by to work with you to make America into the promise that it can be.
Amanda Nguyen. Amanda, you know, the stories don't always make headlines, but we certainly know unfortunately, these hate incidents are continuing. Amanda, really good to talk to you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.